Hi, everybody. Welcome to Axie Oasis. I am Wade, and in this third video of my breeding series, I am going to be hatching my 8 eggs that I have from 2 pairs of Nimo midline aquas that I have bred over the past couple of days. Eggs are ready to hatch, and I am going to be morphing them into adults live and giving my initial kind of gut reactions on everything. And then I'm probably going to do a little market analysis, see what they're worth, and then show everybody kind of what the potential profits might be from going through one series of an ABCD breeding farm. So sit tight and I will run through the morphing for you. All right, guys, we have our 8 eggs here ready to hatch across the board, which I am super excited about. Anyone who's been following the series knows that I have not bred before, so this is going to be my first time doing it, first cut of this video, and yeah, we're gonna do it live. For a little reminder, these are the 2 pairs of aquas that I bred together. So just looking at these guys, um, I kind of recapped what I thought the risks were. So I just kind of gonna, have these in the background and reference them as I go back and forth. But essentially, I'm trying to breed Nemo on the tail with goldfish on the back, riskier piranha on the mouth, and shoal star on the horn. And I documented the um, beast and bug damage, which I kind of considered as a risk, but also could be potentially really advantageous if I hit one of these dual blades or garish worms. I'm super excited. I really hope that I hit one of them and I can show you guys off these Axies. So I'm going to go through the eggs for my first pairing now. So if we go through here, yeah, Nemo's Aquas A and E, which were 204620 and 22329. Yep, so these are these two. Um, yeah, so let's just get to it. All right, guys, sorry about that. I did not realize, obviously, since it was my first time going through this, that I can't morph them immediately. When you morph an Axie, you have to confirm on a Ronin. Uh, you confirm a Ronin transaction, and then it takes a few seconds for these to morph. But now I now I finally got these all set up, and I actually have all of them here. This shows 10 Axies. I hatched 8, but if anyone has been following me, people know that I bought 2 extras, which were this B and F. So I actually have 10 virgins in my account now, 8 that I just bred and 2 that I didn't use inside of the breeding farm. But I am just going to give my high level overview really quick here, and this is great. I couldn't be more happy with how this came out. So immediately, I just am looking across the tails. I got Nemos across all 8 tails. So exactly what I was trying to do, I got. So that was huge. And looking at a couple of these, I mean, these guys are pretty. So I've got Nemo, Risky, Shoal, Goldfish, 96% purity. My only imperfection is going to be the sandal in the R1 and one R2. This guy is pretty pretty. I am very, very happy about this guy. That is great. And just going across the board right here, looking at him, oh boy, I hit one of the sandals. I did get a plant ear, which is not great, but if it was going to happen, I'm happy that this happened on an Axie that has a bug or beast part because my speed was already going to be messed up. And having the plant part actually helps me a little bit because it does increase my health a little bit as well. But this is actually a great card for this is a great card set for getting through plant tanks because you have the risky fish, which gets me the bonus when I attack a plant or reptile or dusks. Then I have the sandal on the back line. Bug damage does an increased amount to beast. You can see this here using the Flowbot extension. When I just have one sandal not in a combo does 127 to plants. So that's great. And if I have risky before that, I have attack plus coming into that. And if I comboed that, you're basically looking at this plus sandal 246 plus it's actually going to be a little bit higher because I'm going to get the attack plus if I was attacking into a plant. So this is awesome. Sandal with the 50% shield is phenomenal. Anytime you have a midline Axie, you're looking for high shield. So this guy is great. And then you have the energy gain with Nemo. It's got everything you're looking for in a midline. You've got a ranged move in Aranda. You have high shield, high beaster bug damage. You get an attack plus 30 shield on both of these. This is why I was saying I really like Aranda more than Shoalstar. If we look back on some of the Shoalstar, I think only has 15 shield, but as you're pairing all these, that extra bit of shield I think makes a pretty big difference. But yeah, this guy is awesome. Super, super thrilled to have gotten one of those right here. I mean, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. 97% purity. I mean, are you kidding me? That's awesome. So 97% pure, exactly what we were looking for. Risky goldfish, shoal star Nemo, 97% purity. My only imperfections are on the R2, double Nemo, double goldfish, shoal star Aranda, risky. And again, I guess I just have this catfish as well. But if I look at all my impurities here, if I think about what I was talking about, like risks of rebreeding this, Neo Hollow, Catfish, and Sandal, I think is a great card. And having three Nemos across the bottom, I mean, just an awesome breeder. I might look at to keep this guy um, and rebreed rather than selling him back to the market. Um, what do we got here? 96%. Why is this 96 and not 97? Oh, so this is 96, this is 97. That's just because I've got four impurities in my R2, but again, just awesome card here. Awesome card set on this Aqua. Risky Goldfish, Oranda. Again, what is let me just look at the difference in the shield there. Yeah, sorry, 10 versus 30. So you get an extra 20 shield with Aranda and another 15 and another 5 damage. So just always try to prefer that. It is a rare card, is going to be more expensive um, on most builds. But yeah, look at this. This is phenomenal. 96% purity, another phenomenal one. Definitely could read this guy again or think about going through the market. Here, look at that, another 97% pure. I mean, just awesome. Exactly what we were looking for. High purity, risky goldfish, shoal star Nemo. I mean, exactly what we were shooting for, guys. I mean, this is just awesome. And I kept the sandal dual blade in the R2s. That's great. One bad eye, overall phenomenal, phenomenal Axie there. And okay, so this is probably the one of the worst outcomes. This guy I'm definitely going to sell on the marketplace. 93%, 93% purity. Refresh this, get my Axie extension, Axis on it. Yeah, here we go. So 93% purity. The bamboo shoot came through to the R1, but overall, still, I mean, got everything that I needed in the dominance. There's nothing wrong with this Axie. It's phenomenal Axie. It's still a virgin. It's still 93% pure, but for our purposes of continuing this breeding farm, definitely something that we're going to be dumping to the market. Now we get to this is probably the best Axie that I bred through on here. I am stoked about this guy. This is a garish backed Nimo Aqua. And maybe the only thing I would have been more excited about was dual blade, but this is a really close second. So this guy has so much flexibility. Everything that happened with the sandal is also true. I still have 50 shield. I have 100 damage instead of 110, but Garish Shoal Star stops last stand, 115 damage, great, and then having Nemo there, awesome. Yeah, the purity is not as good again because my D1 came through, and a lot of my others R1s and R2s are kind of messed up in here. But at the end of the day, like I knew that something was going to go wrong in breeding here, and exactly like what I said. So looking at these parents, I think this is a perfect example. We had two 97% parents, right? How did we come up with a, 76% pure aqua? It just happens. It's bad, bad luck. Everything was in our R2s for this guy, gerbil, bamboo, swirl, garish, dual, zen. And then when we look up here in our stats, zen, dual blade, bamboo, gerbil, we have all these in here, and garish came all the way to the dominant. But this is why I was focusing so much on talking about having these advantageous R2s. So when stuff goes wrong, am I super upset about this? No, not at all. I think this is an awesome accident. I'm probably going to keep this guy and play with him. So that is super exciting. I also have these other two aquas that I am going to think about how to potentially crossbreed with, any of these guys. But why don't you? I'm gonna pull up the market and take a look at what these guys are going for, just to do a quick little comp here. All right, guys. So I wanted to look up a comp for this sandal-backed aqua, which I got. And yeah, I went to the market and I plugged in Nemo sandal. There were not a lot out there, so I plugged in all of the mouths, Risky, Piranha Lamb, as well as Shoal Star and Aranda on the horn, basically to just pipe in more Axies so that I could have some sort of sense of what's going on for overall market analysis here. And immediately just going back looking at this guy, what do I have? 47 health, 51 speed. So when I look here, 44, 52. So this guy is faster. This is basically the same move set though, right? Risky Sandal, Arando, Nemo. So I have Aranda, which is better than pretty much all of these. There's only one. There's only one with Aranda here, which is pretty good. This mouth has Lamb as well. That's why this guy is a little bit more expensive. But honestly, 54 speed. I guess 51. At the same time, the real difference there is it's not going to be that big because you're already slower than base aquas anyway. So once you're below this 57 speed, the difference between being 54 and 52, or in my case, 51, is really not that big a deal. It's going to basically have the same impact if you're below 57 at all. Um, I would say there are a fair amount of builds that, when it's a pure aqua like this one, except for sandal, you have a 54 speed. So this actually will be at a slight speed disadvantage to someone that would be a 5 of 6. So if I had 5 aqua parts and a sandal, then that's where this actually is going to lag. So I am probably going to have to sell this one relatively low, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, these are virgins down here at this spot two, spot two, three, floor, and yeah, I probably will have to put them. Probably will list them a little bit higher, but drift down to that that floor price. If I didn't get that garish Nemo, I might keep this guy to, play around with him. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but I just wanted to see, what this was potentially going for out in the marketplace. And you can see there really aren't that many Axies out there with this kind of build. So super advantageous. And then the other one that we were comping was this garish aqua, which I oh my god, I am excited. So when I pulled up Nemo Garish, I just added Piranha because I do have Piranha on the mouth here, and Piranha is a premium part, so I wanted to check it. Only 7 Axies for sale with this, with the floor at spot 3.5, and that's for a 3 breed, not even a virgin. So if you go up to virgin, there's only one virgin. Hold on, there's only one virgin on here. So what happens if I drop Piranha? Okay, 56. So you could have there are a bunch of others, but if I do Piranha, let's add Risky, and we'll add, Lamb as well. Just get like some typical mouth parts. Try to find like where the true floor is. This has got a bunch of other like 2 parts. I've got a 5 of 6, which is premium here. So yeah, this is a 5 of 6, but with a single anemone. No, clamshell, not a good comp. Yeah, it really kind of starts here. So you got a 5 for 6 with a Randa, Garish, and Nemo, which is sorry, this one I have Shoal Star. So this is probably a little bit better comp, but still, we're looking at spot 3.5, spot 3.7. Really not that many Axies. This guy's again 4 breed going for 3.7. So if you're looking at these, yeah, 3.9 spot 4 for some of these with totally virgins. Let's just go down to just the virgins and see with any of these. Okay, cool. So you just have 10 Axies that are virgins. And if we get rid of Strawberry Shortcake, which is tough, and then a Beast card, yeah, you're looking at something like a spot 4 floor for these guys. So that was well above what I was kind of factoring in as my average, and definitely higher than whatever my break even analysis was. So hopefully that gives you a little comparison of what could happen if disadvantageous genes do get pulled forward, and the value of selecting those prior to breeding them through. So you can end up with a really, really great functional PvP Axie with high demand on the market, even with what's considered non-pure genes. So definitely something to think about, and hopefully that helped you just look at that. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video on me morphing all of my aquas. I know I really enjoyed doing it. It was my first time through, and it was phenomenal looking at everything. I have gone back and since recording the video, posted some pricing on most of them, listed a few on the market. I'm most likely going to be selling a fair amount of these and flipping this into a koi farm at the moment. Just where I'm at in setting up everything for all of my um, scholarships. But I just wanted to give everyone a really detailed breakdown of exactly what I chose, exactly what I was thinking about, and then morphing them and selling them. So just trying to be as transparent as possible. And when I finish selling everything over the next couple of days, I will do a full recap of purchases, sales, overall profitability, change in AXS and SLP prices to see, what would be the difference between using those to breed these Axies versus, if I just held them. Because obviously you can see massive price fluctuations in, SLP, AXS, as well as Ethereum. So just going to be recapping all of that for you guys. But yeah, if you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel, drop a like, send, drop a comment. I'm really happy to, respond to as many people as possible. You have my Discord in my about and my handle here on the bottom of my screen. And yeah, reach out. I am really making these videos for you guys and so glad you're here. And yeah, I'm Wade Watts. Y'all stay classy.